Subject is Maths of Standard 4th and the name of the chapter is Measuring Time. This is part 2. Students, we have already done part 1, right? In that we learnt about how to read the time. By using the time language, that is quarter past, half past and quarter to, isn't it? Okay, now we will take a quick recap of the last lecture and then we will proceed to today's lecture. Okay. This is a clock. You know that clock has 1 to 12 numbers at fixed places, isn't it? And it has 3 hands. This one is called hour hand. See, this is smaller one and a little thicker one. That is called as hour hand and it shows the hour. This is minute hand and this is a thinner one compared to the hour hand and this is longer one, isn't it? Or you can say it is a taller than the hour hand and it tells us about the minutes. Okay, and this is second hand. This is very thin and it moves swiftly. Okay. Now dear students, here you know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. See that hour hand, when the minute hand completes one round, then the hour hand changes its place to the next digit, isn't it? Okay, means 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Now 1 minute is equal to how many seconds? Yes, 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Means when the second hand completes one round, then the minute hand changes its place to the next digit. Means 11, then after that 11.1, like that. Got this? And second hand, this hand moves very swiftly. The second is a very small unit used to measure time, that is less than a minute. Got this, students? Students, now we will go through about the time language, that is a quarter past, half past and a quarter to. Okay, see, this is a clock, right? You know, dear students, that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, isn't it? Now we will do half hour. What is the meaning of half hour here? Half hour means 60 divided by 2. That is half of 60 is nothing but 30 minutes, isn't it? Now we will make half of half. That is called quarter. Okay, that is equal to 15 minutes. Got this? Okay, now what about 3 quarters? Here 3 quarters of an hour is equal to 45 minutes because we are multiplying quarter by 3. So it becomes 3 quarter of an hour. Got that? And see this, after 12 o'clock we start measuring time again from 1. You know that, isn't it? Write the time shown by the clock here. Now you can see a clock, read the time and we have to use the time language and we have to write the time here. Now 15 minutes past 12. How we write? Yes, very good. That is quarter past 12. Next one. Yes, you are right. This is quarter past 1. One more. What is the time? 10 minutes past 10, isn't it? because our hand is between 10 and 11 and the minute hand is on 2. 2 means 10 minutes, isn't it? Next one, 45 minutes after 12, or we can say in the time language, quarter to 1, isn't it? Quarter means 15 minutes to 1. Next, this is half past 10, isn't it? Because the minute hand is on 6, that is 30 minutes past 10 is nothing but half past 10. Students, now we will move to today's portion. Okay. Study this page of a calendar and answer the questions. Here you can see the calendar of 2020 October, isn't it? Now here we can see number of dates. Here 1, 2, 3 up to 31 dates we can see here, correct? And here Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, these are days, isn't it? You know how to read the calendar, right? Now we will go through the questions. First one, how many days does October have? Yes, dear students, what is the answer here? How many days are there? Complete. How many days are there? Yes, you are right. 31 days are there in October. Right? We will write the answer. October has 31 days. Okay. Now we will move to the second question. How many Tuesdays does this month have? You know that this is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, isn't it? Tuesday. How many days, how many dates are there? Means here we can see how many Tuesdays are there in this month. 1, 2, 3, 4, isn't it? Yes. This month has 4 Tuesdays, isn't it? Okay. Now we will move to third one. Which dates fall on Saturdays? Here students, Saturday is there, isn't it? This is Saturday. Which dates? Read the question. Which dates fall on Saturdays? Yes. Now we will highlight this. Which are the dates? 3, 10, 17, 24 and 31. These dates fall on Saturdays, isn't it? Okay. Now we will move to fourth question. Now fourth question. In October, which days occur 5 times? Yes. Which days occur 5 times? You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. This also 5 times, this also 5 times, isn't it? These all 4 times, correct? So we can write here Thursday, Friday and Saturday occur 5 times in October. These 3 days occur 5 times, isn't it? Because it is of 31 days month. Next, how many days pass before the same day of the week is repeated? Okay, we will take one example. Now we will take 4, that is Sunday. Okay. Now again I need Sunday, means how many days should be passed there? After passing how many days, again we will get Sunday. Yes. Here 1 week, correct? Here 7 days must pass before the same day of the week to repeat, isn't it? Right? Now, measuring a period of time. Students, here we will go through some of the problem sums. Okay. First, we will read the sums. Then we will understand them. Then we will try to solve. Okay. Now, here is the sum. First, we will read it. Okay. Prem went to his uncle's place in September. He went cycling every day from 10th to 28th of September. How many days did Prem go cycling? Yes, here one boy is there. His name is Prem. He went to his uncle's place in September. We don't know when he went. Okay. But he did the cycling from when? He started from 10th and up to 28th of September he did cycling. Right? Now we have to find out how many days did Prem go cycling. Okay, students. Now we will try to find out the days. Now here we will count days from 10th to 28th. Then we will get the answer. Isn't it? We will start counting. We will make some symbol for this. Okay, I will take star. Okay, this is 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th September, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th and 28th. These are the dates of September. Okay. Now we will count how many dates are there. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19 days. Isn't it? Here total how many days he did the cycling? Yes. Prem went for cycling for 19 days. Correct? This is our answer. Shall we move to the next question? The next sum is Sonu's school vacation started on the 1st May and school started again, means reopened, on the 15th of June. How many days of vacation did Sonu have? Sonu is a girl, right? And her vacation started from 1st May and school reopened on 15th of June. Now we have to find out that how many days of vacation did Sonu have. Okay, we will try the sum. Now we will write like this. Vacation started on the 1st May. Isn't it? From 1st May vacation started. And the May month has how many days? May month has 31 days. Means she enjoyed full month, that is 31 days. Okay. May month's calculation is over. Counting is over now. Now we will move to June. Now see here up to 15th of June. Correct? Means up to 14th of June she has holidays. And on 15th school reopened. Isn't it? So we will write here school started on 15th June. Means vacation continued from 1st June to 14th June. That is for 14 days. Isn't it? In June also she enjoyed 14 days holidays. And 15th June was reopening day. So total the period of the vacation was, what we have to do here? We have to add the days of the May and days of the June which she has enjoyed holidays. Correct? That is 31 plus 14 is equal to 45 days. Yes, this is our answer. The period of the vacation was of 45 days. Got this? This is the third question. Okay. Seema reached her hometown for Deepavali on the 12th of November and stayed there till the 5th of December. How many days did she spend there? Yes, Seema is a girl. She reached her home on 12th of November to celebrate Diwali or Deepavali. Okay, and she stayed up to 5th of December. Now we have to count how many days did she spend there. Okay, we will start our sum. Now we will write Seema reached her home on 12th November. Means on 12th November she is there at her home. Correct? So means we can write here November has how many days? 30 days. Okay, November has 30 days and she reached her home at on 12th November. So we will minus 30 minus 11. Why 11? Because on 12th November she reached her home. So we will minus 11 days of November from the total days. Means she stayed at her home for 19 days. Isn't it? 19 days of November. And next what is given? Seema stayed there up to 5th of December. The next month is December. There also she spent 5 days of December at her home. So here we have to add these 5 days, isn't it? Means she continued to stay there from 1st December to 5th December, that is for 5 days. So here we get the answer now. The number of days she was at her hometown are 19 plus 5, that is 24 days. Isn't it? She spent 24 days at her home. Got the answer? And got the sum, dear students? Okay. Next question. Sham had milk delivered to his home from 4th of November to 15th of December. How many days was the milk delivered? Yes, here boys, Sham, he delivered milk from 4th of November up to 15th of December. Now we have to count the days. Okay, now we will write here. Sham delivered milk from 4th of November. Means he started milk delivery from 4th of November. Correct? Now November has 30 days. You know that. So we will minus 3 days from the November. That is 30 minus 3 is equal to 27. Why we subtracted 3 days, not 4? Yes, because on the 4th day he started to deliver the milk, isn't it? So we will minus only 3 days from the November. Now next is Sham delivered milk up to 15th of December. Okay, means milk delivery continued from 1st December to 15th December for 15 days, isn't it? On 15th also he did the delivery of the milk. Now if we want to find out the total days, then what we have to do? We have to add 27 days of November plus 15 days of December. They together make 42 days, isn't it? So the total days of the milk delivery was of 42 days. For the students, like this you have to count the period. Okay. Now here one more thing is there. See, we can see here February 2020 calendar, isn't it? And Raj is standing and Sony is also standing there. See this. Raj told that My birthday is on 13th of this month. Which month? That is of 13th February. Okay. Then Sonu said, my birthday is on 29th of this month. See, this is means 29th is the Sonu's birthday. Correct? Here she said that I celebrate my birthday once in 4 years. Do you know why? Yes, students. She celebrates her birthday once in 4 years. But this Raj celebrates his birthday every year. Why this difference is there? Both's birthday is in the month of February. Okay, we will study about this. Now students, Sonu said that my birthday is on 29th of this month, isn't it? Okay, which this one? February 2020 calendar we will see. 29th is the Sonu's birthday, 29th February. Okay, now she said that my birthday comes after 4 years. We will go through some back year's calendar of February month. Okay, this is February 2019. Yes, this is February 2019, isn't it? Now see this. The last day is 28, but her birthday is 29th. Can you see here 29? No, last day is 28. So she has no birthday celebration in February 2019. Okay, we will go back. Now this is February 2018. Here also 28 is the last date. No 29. So no birthday. We will move back 2017 February calendar. Here also we can see 28th is the last day of February. So again no birthday. We will move back. This is February 2016 calendar. Here we can see 29th date. Isn't it? So here on February 2016 she celebrated her birthday, and after that directly in 2020 she enjoyed her birthday. Why this is so? Because these 3 years they have no 29th date of February. Yes, this is because of leap year. We will study about leap year. Okay, come on. See, I will write here 2020, 2019, 2018. Okay, now I will divide this by 4, this also by 4, and this also by 4. And I will show you one magic. Okay. Now first we will divide 2020 by 4 by division method. Okay. See, 4 1s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12, 4 4s are 16, 4 5s are 20. Isn't it? You know division very well. So 20 minus 20 is equal to 0. Now we will take this 2 down. 2 is smaller than 4, so not going. So we will take 0 up, and here I will take here 0 minus, right? Now 2 remained. Now I will take this 0 down. Again it became 20, so 4 5s are 20, isn't it? So 4 5s are 20. Now I will minus What remained? 0, 0. Means 2020 divided by 4 means no remainder is there. Means it is divisible by 4. 2020 is divisible by 4. Right? So in February it got 29 days. Okay, we will go through now 2019 divided by 4. I will take a little faster, okay? 4 5s are 20, isn't it? 0, 0. I will take this 1 down, not going. I will take this 0, okay? Now 1 minus 0, 0, 1. Then I will take 9 down, it is 19. Then 4 4s are 16, isn't it? So 4 4s are 16. What remained here? 19 minus 16 means 3 remained. Means 2019 is not divisible by 4. So it has only 28 days. It is not a leap year. Next we will move 2018 minus 4. Again 5s are 20. 0 remained. 1 we will take down. Correct? Now 1 remained. 8 we will take down. It became 18. Again 4 4s are 16. What remained here? 2. Means 2018 also not divisible by 4 completely. Remainder we got 2. So it is also not a leap year. Okay. Now we will move for 2017 and 2016 also. Two 2017 and 2016 we will take divided by again 4. Okay. Now we will carry out division of this 2017 divided by 4. 4 5s are 20. Okay. We will take down 1. Not going. 0 we will take. Now 1 remained. 7 we will take down. It became 17. Then 4 4s are 16. Isn't it? Then what remained? 1 remained. So it is also not divisible by 4 perfectly. Because we got 1 remainder. So it is, that is 2017 is also not a leap year. Now we will go for 2016 divided by 4. 4 5s are 20. 1 we will take down, not going 0. Then 1 remained here. We will take down 6. Now dear students, 4 4s are what? 60, isn't it? So it is completely divisible by 4. Here 2016 is completely divisible by 4 and we got 0 0 as remainder. So again 2016 is a leap year. Isn't it? Means what we can write here? We can write, if the number denoting a year is divisible by 4, then that year has 29 days in February. That is called as a leap year. Got this, students? If 29 days are there in February, that year is called as leap year. Example 2020, 2016. Just now we gone through, isn't it? Now here 29 days in February means one more day added to the total number of days of the year, isn't it? Students, just now we gone through, right? That leap year has 29 days in February, right? Okay, now means one more day is added to total number of days. And you know that total number of days of the year is always equal to 365 days, isn't it? Now we have to add one more day to that leap year, correct? So leap year has total 366 days. Got this, students? Remember this. Leap year has total number, how many? 366 days. Okay? And normal year has 365 days. Okay? Students, now we will learn about century years. What is the meaning of century years? Century means 100, isn't it? 100 years. Century means 100 and century years means 100 years. Example, 1800. Then comes 1900. See, the difference between these two is 100 years. Then 1900, after that 2000. Correct? Then 2100. 2200 means there is a difference of 100 years. Students, you came to know that when we want to find out the leap year, then what we have to do? We have to divide that year by 4, isn't it? When it is divisible completely, then we can say that that is the leap year. But here our rule it changes. Correct? Now what we have to do here? We have to divide these century years by 400. Okay, not by 4, by 400. Okay, we will divide all these three. Now I will write 1900 divided by 400 because we are finding out about the century years. So I am dividing this by 400. Okay, 2000 divided by 400. Now you know that 0, 0 we can cancel from numerator and denominator, isn't it? So I will cancel 0, 0. Here also 0, 0. Now go through the 4's table. Now what remained here? 18 divided by 4. 4 1s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12, 4 4s are 16. Means here 2 remained. So it is not divisible, isn't it? We will move to second one. 1900 divided by 400. Again here also we will cancel 0, 0. Okay. What remained? 19 divided by 4. Again it is also not dividing completely. Now we will move to the third one, that is 2000 divided by 400. Again we will cancel 0, 0. What remained? 20 divided by 4. It is completely divisible because we get 20 in 4's table, or 20 is the multiple of the 4, isn't it? So 4 1s are 4, 4 5s are 20, means it is completely divisible. So we can say that 2000 was the leap year, right? That is century year 2000. That was the leap year, right? Can you guess next 4 leap years after 2020? Come on, tell me. Now this year, that is running year, that is 2020 is a leap year. We know that. Correct? Now comes next leap year. Which one? 21, 2022, 2023, 2024. Isn't it? Correct. After 2020, next leap year is 2024. Right? Next, after this, yes, very good. 4-year difference is there. So 2028. Nice. After that, 2032. Correct. Yes, dear students. After 4 years, we get the leap year. Right? Okay. See this. 2034. Right?